I'm just a watered down version of my dad. And in all reality, in all truth, nobody's really original, bruh. I watched this interview of Daniel Caesar, and I think let me read you a line of stuff that like stuck out to me. I just read you stuff that stuck out to me from the interview on my laptop, and he said, asking for permission. That's it. Asking for permission. It's like bowing. It's like bowing down to anybody but God. Doing things that are inhuman, which is like AI charging people to just exist, kind of crazy. Show up and just do the thing. He was talking about how he was going on tour. He was doing a road trip. How he just wanted to sing in the park. It's fire, but he was like, because I'm so big, I have to tell the government this, that. Then eventually they have to charge security. Now it's not even a free event no more. That's also inhuman. Free and cuts and taking a percentage of humanity back to he's going to do something in the park. They're going to talk about if he has to really call to set it up like to be professional. It's going to make cuts. It's no longer free. You said life is all about self-acceptance and nothing else. I think so too. I really think so. This is journey of loving and learning about how to accept you and who you are and who you're becoming, and these different versions of different things that affected you. Being born to your family, having a certain father, having a certain mother, having the people that you love in your life. He also said, don't make your dream feeding into someone else's system. That's something I got from watching another interview. I'm creating for somebody's dream. There's nothing really, really like wrong with that. But at the same time, if you don't live a life that's fulfilling to you, it's just gonna be hard. It's really gonna be hard. But you can't just be overly selfish and just focus on you. Yeah. Don't make. Oh yeah. Picture. People want the connection, not necessarily the picture or the memory, right? You're talking about how Tyler, the creator, was like, I don't want to take a photo, but he just gives him a touch. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Hey, have an amazing day. People really want connection, not necessarily the memory. Like, I don't really care about photos. I have this random photo of me. My friends took it when I was like snoring. And I remember it because it's on my phone, but I don't remember any of this photo crap. We just want the connection. We want the connection because that builds deeper memories. Another thing, with so many people, we lose autonomy. It's a sea, like waves crashing down, swimming. It's like a dance back and front to the tempo of the music. That's not what he said, but it's what I said. It's like, okay, I'm controlling the cha-cha. Like, when you're dancing, you control the pace. The music is going, but you're focusing on somebody, and you make that your whole world. Back to like what I said. Like, I'm just a watered-down version of my dad. My dad journals. I started journaling many years ago. I don't know if I journaled the way my dad does, but I'm not him and he's not me. I'm gonna be me. But it was cool. I see my dad plan his year. I see him, reflect. I see him pour so much into these things. And here's some stuff from like church today. The last 7 days of the year, since I was 7 years old, since I moved to Texas, we've been going to the same church. And we do these things like, it's called 7 days of prayer. And it's like praying, planning for the next year, that kind of situation. And yeah, this is the 26th year of this program going on. My church is 26 years old. The church was 12 years old before I even moved into the system. And I even feel like most of the people they've aged, but they don't look much different. So let's hope that I stay beautiful. I think we all will. You stay beautiful. But yeah, something I was writing, I was thinking like, some of the kids in this church, I've seen them since I was 7, right? So that means they were like tiny. It's crazy and beautiful to see kids grow up. Like time is a part of life, and I'm just part of it. It's continuous. Growth is a part of life. Life is just life, but I'm just thankful to be part of it. I don't think certain adults have changed. No control of the future, but we know God owns it all. Like, I truly don't know what 2026 is like. I did the math. There's 52 Sundays in a year. I've gone to church every Sunday for most of my life, for the last 14 years. But I did 12 years because, I've been in college and whatnot, to be specific with this church. I did the math. It's like 600 and something days. I did the math over 4 years. 14% of my last 14 years. 14% of the last 12 years of my life. It's a little bit higher. I think it's like 18 to 20% of my last. Yeah, I think it's like 14 to 18% of the last 12 years of my life I spent at church. It's crazy. So these people have impact. These people do matter. These people, I may not remember everybody's name. I may not know everybody, but they matter. Yeah, college, because of college and life, there's people you rarely get to see anymore. There's people I saw every Sunday, and now I don't really see them as much because we've grown older, people have passed. But you have to think in decades. Like, time ebbs and flows, and prep is important. In animes, certain characters like do prep and they do more damage. But if you prep for the next year, you can go and punch buck wild. Like, routines, prep are powerful. I need to be in bed. I'm gonna make this yap session and go to bed. But yeah, what else? Yeah, church is not just about. This church is not just memories. It's a living and breathing. Yeah, living and breathing. The action needs to be taken. They said this guy was highly anointed, so I just think of that as like highly gifted. Like, so many gifted people. Let me actually read y'all this. Oh, actually, I'll just pull it up on my PC so I can still be focused. I don't know how to spell certain words, but that's not important. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm going to be reading out Isaiah chapter 40, verse 12 to probably the end. At the end. Okay. You ready? It says, "Who has measured the waters in the hollow of his hands, or the breadth of his hand marked off the heavens? Who has held the dust of the earth in a basket, and weighed the mountains on scales and the hills in a balance? Who can fathom the spirit of the Lord, or instruct the Lord as his counselor? Whom did the Lord consult to enlighten him, and who taught him the right way? Who was it that taught him knowledge and showed him the path of understanding? Surely the nations are like a drop in a bucket. They regard it as a dust on a scale. He weighs the islands as though they are fine dust. Lebanon is not sufficient for altar fires, nor are animals enough for burnt offerings. Before him all nations are like nothing. They are regarded to him as worthless, lest they are nothing. With whom then will you compare God? To what image will you liken him to? As for what idol a metal worker casts this, a goldsmith overlays it with gold and fashions silver chains for it. A person too poor to present such an offering selects wood that will not rot. Look for a skillful worker to set up an idol that will not topple. Do you not know? Have you not heard? Has it not been told to you from the beginning? Have you not understood since the earth was founded? He sits enthroned above the circle of the earth. Its people are like grasshoppers. He stretches out the heavens like a canopy. He spreads them out like a tent to live in. He brings out princes to naught. He reduces rulers of this world to nothing. No sooner are they planted, no sooner are they sown. No sooner do they take root in the ground, and he bows onto them than they wither. A whirlwind sweeps them away like chaff. To whom will you compare me? Peep game. Or who is my equal, says the Holy One? Lift up your eyes and look to the heavens. Who created all of these? He who brings out the starry host, one by one calls forth each of them by name, because of his great power, his mighty strength. Why do you complain, Jacob? Why do you say, Israel, my way is hidden from the Lord, my cause is disregarded by God? Do you not know? Have you not heard that God is everlasting? God, the creator of the ends of the earth, he will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary, he increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. Does it go to, let's see, 40? Oh shoot, it goes all the way 31. Okay, last thing. And it says, but those who have hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary, and they will walk and they will not faint. Okay. Like, God is God. No one can compare to God. Low-key, even me speaking like this I'm just a watered down version of my dad. My dad's praying right now. I don't know if you can hear him in the background or something. But my dad loves God, and I love God, not just because my dad loves God, but because God is love, and understanding who God is, it's fundamental for who I'm going to become, and who I'm with, and who I want to be. I've been watching a lot of interviews today. I love getting to pick into people's minds. I would love to interview you. Or actually, if y'all think there's anybody that you think would be a good conversation, send them my way. Like, connect. You speak to them, to speak to their boss, to speak to whoever, and like drop it down. Like, I want to interview people. I want to have conversations. Next year, one of my big goals is one of my goals in life is just to eat food and have conversations. So maybe next year will help me get closer to that. Not even maybe, it has to. Yeah. I'm literally just a watered down version of my dad because I am made in his image. Literally, actually. I think there's a thing that says like a baby looks like the father in the first 2 weeks or something like that. I don't remember where I heard that from, but I'm just a watered down version of my dad, but I'm also becoming myself because I'm not my dad. So I talk to my mom, like, I am becoming me, and I must be honest with who I am, and be honest with, you gotta be honest with yourself. Kind of like what I said earlier. Oh, I said this earlier, let me read it again. But it's about self-acceptance, nothing else. Being honest with who you're becoming, being honest with yourself. Like, I told my parents that, like, coming back home at 10:30 is not gonna work. My mom was like, when do you want to come home? My dad said, relax, you just got home. It doesn't matter. I mean, it matters that I have to be respectful and loving to them. It's not their life. It's not their life. I can't over honor them by submitting myself too much where I don't live. You have to be honest with yourself. We want different things out of life. I am a watered down version of my dad, but I'm gonna be me, right? I picked up these habits from my dad because I think they're good. Like, my dad always tells me and my siblings, like, pick the good in what I do, don't take the bad. Pick the good in what your mother does, don't take the bad. And that's the journey of life, right? We're picking good and hopefully not taking the bad of the things we see, right? Your dad, your mom, your friends, your auntie, your uncle, everybody around you. You're seeing things you like, you're seeing things you don't like. You boost off and keep pushing. Yeah. I really like creative people. I like people in general because there's an aspect of them that I will never understand. I love artists. Like, oh, yeah, let me show this. My friend in Mecca made this for an artist named Mike, but he let me have it instead. And it's called For What It's Worth for Mike. I was gonna name my son Mike, but I guess I get something cool too. I love people because he invited me into his world by, showing me his art. He puts something out there, something beautiful, something special, and I get to have it. Yeah. I'm still figuring out me. I'm still trying to realize who I'm becoming. I like photography, I like eating, I like conversation. I love painting, I love skating. I don't do tricks, I like skating down hills. I like writing, love poetry. I love writing my thoughts down. I love hearing people's thoughts. Maybe I'm an artist, maybe I'm not, but we're all creating something. We're created by God, so we must yet create. So, kind of how I said, I'm made in my dad's image and you're made in the image of God, so you're still gonna figure out who that is and what that means. Yeah. Holy yap. Holy yap. We're all figuring it out. Give yourself grace as you figure it out. This is day 1 out of the last 7 days of the year. But yeah, you're a watered down version of your parents, but you are still you.